Hey, happy snowy Sunday, Landisville. This is Pastor Jeremy coming to you on another snow closing day. It's a bummer. I wanted us to be able to get together this morning, but we decided out of an abundance of caution and safety, we wanted to close the church this morning so that we didn't have any slippery accidents and just take care of our people in that way. But I do look forward to getting together with you next week. Now, do me a favor. If you've been running your air conditioner, please turn it off. We don't need any more of this snowy weather. Next week, we plan to get together Sunday morning and continue our series, Authenticity, or Authenticity, if you want to emphasize that like I've been doing. And this series is all about authentic faith. It's about how God is building his kingdom, his authentic city, made of people like us that he is building and working in to create people like he really wants us to be. So that's what we mean when we talk about authentic faith. We talked about in the first week how authenticity means something that's of undisputed origin, something that's genuine, that's made and done like the original. It resembles the original. And our original is Jesus. We need authentic faith in our lives that shows that we are people of Christ, that we truly follow him. Authenticity and integrity are the only things that people will really remember about us for the long term. So it is the only thing that matters in our life for us to make our faith authentic, the way that we live like Jesus. In the second week, last week, we talked about the story of Jonah, which is a familiar story, but we looked at it in a different way. We talked about how authentic faith changes your life in unbelievable ways. And it wasn't Jonah, the prophet, that showed us that, but the pagan characters in his story that did a complete 180 from the direction they were moving, and they started to follow God and understand that God wanted a relationship with them. We talked about steps to authentic faith, how God gets your attention, and then he brings you to your knees. He changes your direction and renovates your life. God did that for these pagan characters in the story, and he does it today in you and me, and he wants us to help bring that kind of authentic faith into the lives of other people as well. So that's where we are in our series right now. And I thought, rather than preaching my sermon for today to a camera and hoping that people will see it, I'm going to hold off and I'm going to make that the sermon for next week so that you can hear it face to face and so that we can all experience it together, because I believe God is doing something powerful through this series and in the future of our church. You might also have noticed this week in your email that you received an invitation to check out the executive summary from the Vital Church survey that we all took together at the end of the year. Please take the time to review that, and notice in that letter that I wrote you that I've asked you to do three things. I've asked you to reflect and pray about the information in the report. I've asked you to plan to visit or plan to attend a town hall meeting that we're going to have on Sunday, February 1st during our Sunday school hour at 10 o'clock. And then I've also asked you to refrain from making any assumptions or conclusions on your own and talking about this in your own friend circles and private conversations, because I don't want this information to direct us in different ways from one another. I want us all to be together in unity in the way that we're moving forward. The big reason for us having this town hall meeting is because God has called us together in unity for this time. And this transition can only happen in a healthy way if we're all moving in the same direction. So we want to hear from each other. We want to listen to each other. The leadership team of the church needs to hear from you. You need to hear from leaders. We need to be working all in the same direction. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation we're going to have together. And I'm really encouraged about the tools that we now have, the resources that we now have to be able to move into God's preferred future for the church. So I'm excited to meet with you on February 1st, but even before then, I'll see you next Sunday. We'll continue with our authenticity series. This third week is going to be called Giants in the Land. It's going to be a good one. Don't miss it. I'll see you next Sunday.